Hello everyone, it's ElasticSpyder, and in today's video, I am featuring a series called In Port. In this video series, I will pick a ship and go over all the consumables, upgrades, and captain perks, all within 5 minutes, hopefully. If you'd like to see a certain ship picked, then leave a comment down below, and I'll try and get that video out as soon as possible. If you haven't watched our previous video, there will be a link in the top right hand corner via a card. We did the Moskva last week, so after you've watched this video, go check out that one. So, one of you awesome peoples out there asked to see the Mogami, and while I don't have the Mogami, I do have the Zao. And these ships are pretty similar, so let's get right into it. But before we do, I do want to mention one thing with the Mogami, is that it would be in your best interest to go with the gun range first, and then once you have that, then go with the 203s. I like the 203s better than the 155s because of the turret traverse. You can see 51.4 seconds compared to 30 seconds. So that's why I like the 203s better. Getting into the consumables, all premium consumables, if you're running the Mogami, you will not see premium repair, or you won't see repair at all, but premium all around. I run defensive fire because, as you'll see later, I think the Japanese cruisers benefit the most from defensive fire rather than hydro, because hydro makes you getting close, and that's something that Japanese cruisers do not want to do, although the Zao can do some brawling, but that's a discussion for another time. So in general, defensive fire is going to be a go-to for Japanese cruisers. Looking at upgrades, main armaments modification 1 should be a no-brainer. Then we get to aiming system modification 1 for the second slot. This is because I want to decrease my dispersion, which increases my theoretical accuracy by a little bit, 7%. But certainly, AA guns, if you are running defensive fire, can also help boost your defensive fire scatter range, but that is completely up to you. I do prefer aiming system. If you're running the Mogami, you will not see this slot, but I pick gunfire control system. Whether this is going to be true or not, with the removal of stealth firing, I still think this is a great pick, just because whether you are at your max range of 15.8 or your max range with the upgrade at, I believe it's 18.8, you can see there, that is still a great range to be at in the Zao. You can, whether you're stealth firing, it really doesn't matter all that much. Stealth firing is just an added benefit. So being at those ranges is always nice. So that's why I run that. If you like to tank a little bit more, then main battery modification 3 is certainly a good choice for you, but I don't like it because it increases the main battery traverse speed to something that is quite ridiculous and almost on par with the 155s of the Mogami. This one's completely optional. I just use damage control system modification 1. Friendly steering gears, again, if you do run the main battery reload time, then damage control is certainly a good pairing with that, but I like the added rudder shift that I just find myself maneuvering and dodging and doing some awesome torpedo beats much more often. Concealment should be a no-brainer as well on Japanese cruisers. So here we go, captain build. Priority target, I believe this should be on all of your cruisers. It is such a useful perk, especially for cruisers. Knowing when you can and can't turn is certainly a good thing to know. Expert marksman, get your guns turning that much faster and keeping them on target while you are turning at a decent speed. Demolition expert, to get this up to 23% fire chance. And then finally, concealment expert, you need this on Japanese cruisers and all cruisers in general. So that is your main Japanese captain build. Now, one thing I would like to note is if you are running Mogami, then IFHE actually benefits you a lot, because normally the Mogami with the 155s has an HE pen of 26 millimeters, which and then if you do with IFHE, that bumps it up to 33 and some change, which means you can penetrate the decks with HE of battleships, all battleships which have a 32 millimeter plate, and also things like the Des Moines, which have 27, which you wouldn't have been able to pen before, but you can do that now. So that is something that if you are looking to keep the Mogami, that is certainly an option. But I chose AFT, pairs well with Defensive Fire, and then Superintendent. And then my last 2 perks will be going into Adrenaline Rush, just because they're a point drop. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We are a little over 5 minutes, but if you would like to see a ship, as always, just leave it down in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video.